Sachin,
And I'm Ishwar.
and we are the knowledgeable masterminds. And in this video, we are going to show you COVID 19, the life changer, how it spread. The novel coronavirus, now known by its more popular name, COVID 19, is a deadly pandemic that has undoubtedly changed our lives. Today, we are going to talk about it in detail and tell you everything about it. Of course, not everything about it. We are going to tell how the virus affects your body in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, without further delay, let's get started. The first topic is
What is COVID 19? Well, obviously, because we want to know what COVID is first. COVID 19, formerly known as the SARS CoV 2, the full form being Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2, has caused a great deal of ruckus all around the world since it first appeared. It is believed to have originated in animals and then spread to humans, and contrary to popular myths, it didn't originate in the Chinese lab. The coronavirus or CoV has been here for some time, but COVID 19 is a new strain of that virus, formerly known as the NCO, the N being for novel. Well, it seems like we are respecting the COVID, but not actually. That is what its name, and so we must call it by its name. And as of Jan 2022, 36.6 crore, which is 366 million, have contacted to the virus, and in that, 56.4 lakh, which is 5.64 million, have died. It has come in various variants so far, and the latest one being Omicron. Well, not the 15th Greek alphabet Omicron, which comes before the pi, but this Omicron is the variant of COVID Omicron. Well, let's move on to the next topic, and it is going to be interesting for sure. The next topic in our list is
how it all started. Well, everyone wants to know about it. And what? I mean, of course, COVID. Anyways, COVID 19 was first discovered in Wuhan, China, in the December of 2019 and is said to have transmitted to humans from bats in Wuhan's open air wet market, where fresh animals and fish, including live animals, were sold. Some wet markets sold wild or banned species like cobras. Oh my god, people eat cobras, wild boars, and raccoon dogs illegally. Crowded conditions can let viruses from different animals which are there out there, live animals, to swap genes. And sometimes the virus changes so much that it starts to infect and spread among people. Where any of those viruses from the animals, the live animals, couldn't. But then the Wuhan wet market didn't sell bats at the time of the outbreak. That's why early suspicion also fell on pangolins, also called the scaly anteaters, which are sold illegally in some markets in China. Oh God, what do people eat? Meanwhile, the public was in a panic situation, which was uncontrollable as it spread very quickly. And soon, as you all know today, it reached all the corners of the world. Anyways, let's move on. And the next topic is
the rise of COVID 19. Well, that seems like a cinema dialogue, but not actually. It best suits for this. COVID 19 has been here since December of 2019, and hence it's named COVID 19. 2019 and COVID 19. And since then, cases have only increased. The virus was pretty much unknown in early 2020 in most countries, till around February of 2020, when COVID started booming in some countries. And as time passed, in March of 2020, almost every country started noticing the virus. And cases in some countries skyrocketed to more than 50k cases. And from there, it just kept on getting worse. In April of 2020, COVID has already affected all countries, and almost every country had a death from the virus. The fatality rate was not very high, but people were already very afraid of COVID. And many countries have very high total number of cases, and a lot of such countries imposed lockdown rules, where everything except shops that sell essential items were shut down, and this was experienced in many countries, and India is one among those. Infected people were forced to be in quarantine or be in isolation, to be short, and for 14 days straight to prevent the virus from spreading to others. And of course, little did we know that COVID, lockdown, and quarantine would become terms that we would use in our daily lives. Now, even COVID is being used in our daily lives. Haha. Anyways, despite the lockdown rules, the cases still wouldn't stop, and it all just kept increasing and increasing till around October of 2020 when cases peaked around the world. And by this time, many countries lifted the lockdown due to the shattered economy. Around that time, in November of 2020, vaccines also started being implemented. And around the same time, cases started going back down, giving people some hope. Finally. And of course, all this would be temporary continuing. Cases continued to drop till around March of 2021, and people thought it would all be over in 2021 when the cases started shooting up again with much higher numbers than earlier. This cycle of cases going up and down and back up shattered previous records, and it continues to till this day in 2022. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. The next topic in our list is
Waves of COVID, wave 1, 2, and 3. And with COVID cases booming every day, there were waves of COVID, which went up to 3 waves till now. The first wave affecting China, India, and Italy the most, and bringing down the economy of the whole world. This wave was affected only by the original COVID 19 variant. And this continued, like we said in the previous slide, till October 2020 and again started to go down. And then it was followed by the second wave during the October to March period of 2020 and 2021, respectively. The worst affected countries were again India, USA, and Brazil. And this broke down the economy into pieces. It was majorly affected by the strongest variant of COVID till now, the Delta variant. Well, luckily, was counterattacked by the vaccines were invented during this time. Of course, there are some sentence errors in here. Please ignore that. Next up came the third wave, considered to be the strongest wave, and that affected the countries like India, US, and South Africa. This wave was mainly of the Omicron variant, which was originated in South Africa during the late 2021. And now, all these waves, especially the first one, weakened the economy of the whole world. There are many rumors about the end of the pandemic. Well, we don't know whether it's true or not, but we hope it is, as we have suffered more than enough due to this pathetic pandemic. Hopefully, 2022 spells the end of COVID 19. And wait a second, before we move on, you might be wondering what's the fourth wave in here. In some countries, there is an additional fourth wave in between. But then that was there only in some countries, and so we are not covering it. So let's move on. And
a huge thanks for watching this video. If you like the quality of the video, you can choose to like, share, or subscribe to support our channel and get latest updates when we release a new video. And for any doubts or improvements regarding the PPT, please contact these. Email, the channel, Instagram, and the website. And as always, you can find the PPT in the description. That is not new to you. And this is us, the Knowledgeable Masterminds,
signing
signing off.